All right. Anyway, One Piece. This chapter, I'm gonna say episode. This chapter, man. Um, I'm gonna say it was kind of uneventful because, or I mean, unconclusive because they didn't tie nothing up. But it was a good chapter. Anyway, my boys, Zoro, Luffy, Violet, they got cornered by this dude Pika. Turns out he got some kind of rock fruit where he can combine with rocks. He can absorb them. He can become any kind of stone or rock. I don't see Kinemon anywhere, but I don't think that he just up and left. I think he's probably close by because they showed him before Pika showed up. He was in the panel right before then, if I'm not mistaken, like a panel or two before then. Anyway, they said that basically right now he is the castle. He's taking over the castle. He's kind of smashed them in between, like in between the walls. But here's my thing about his powers. How would it be useful at all? Like it said that he can absorb rock or whatever. How would that be useful at all? Like in terms of being like on the sea. If he's a pirate, obviously at some point in time he spent a lot of times on a boat, a lot of time on the boat. How did those powers play a part in that? At that point in time, maybe he could turn himself into rock when he's not touching rock, but he can't absorb it or something like that. Because I don't see how that power would play a role in any time other than being on regular land by some stone. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it wouldn't even work. Anyway, we cut back to the tournament. Oh my God, this shit was right here was crazy. Now we see Jesus Burgess. He goes ahead like it's a fighting fish coming towards him. He goes ahead and throws a nice little elbow at him, right? Blows the fish out and also blows a nice section of the stadium out. And as you can see, he didn't even use Haki in it. He didn't even use Haki. Damn shoulder is smoking. I mean, his elbow is smoking. That's how hard he threw it. But he didn't even use Haki. And we'll tell you how, and I know because they show later on that he uses Haki, and it looked completely different. Now it says that he's one of the 10 captains in Blackbeard's crew. So Blackbeard's team then got stronger. He got captains in his crew now. Or I'm guessing they're captain material now. Now, if he's one of the captains, but he's not a captain of his own team, like I was thinking that maybe you know how Whitebeard had people that was down for his team, sort of like Big Mom and stuff like that. Same way, I would think that it would be like that, where they're not really, his immediate crew, but he has people that are captains that have their own crew that are under Blackbeard's name. That's what I was thinking, maybe. But since they said that Jesus Burgess, which we know that's not the case with him, maybe he has. That doesn't make sense though. Why would he need captains unless they have people under them? Maybe his crew went up by a couple members and they called them captain, but they have their own team underneath them. Like even how like Whitebeard had divisions, like he had the commanders. Maybe in Blackbeard crew he calls them captain. They really just command a certain portion of the Blackbeard crew, and each one of them had people under them, like they have their own subordinates. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but we'll find that out later on. Then we cut to the fighting fish, the main one, the big boy, and he's the one who has the devil fruit tied to his back. Now, I was thinking that my man Diamante would be out of it in terms of the devil fruit, but turns out it looks as if he's not. He's not going to eat the devil fruit, but it looks like he might be trying to stop other people from getting it. I thought that being with the fighting fish being under the water, he won't be able to get to it. The fighting fish comes up, so obviously at some point in time they was going to be able to get to it. My bad, I fucked up. Okay, so Diamante, everybody's still in it in terms of the devil fruit, but not everybody's going to eat it. But they probably going to fight to keep anybody else from eating it. And you could use it even if you didn't. You might be able to sell it or something like that. Anyway, the fighting fish comes after Rebecca. Rebecca's able to dodge the shit, and my boy Sabo gets right on it. Oh man, here's a major part. Now, you already know Diamante has that devil fruit power where he can turn steel into like give it like cloth like powers or I mean I'm saying ability traits. Cloth like traits, that's not the fucking word I want. Cloth like we're gonna say traits. It acts as if like it's cloth. Now he has a giant ass sword. What I'm guessing he did was he bent it using his powers, and now he can have a giant ass sword. And that's what he did. Anyway, he swings the shit out of it at Sabo. Now Sabo was able to take his little pipe and he bust that damn sword in half. Sabo ain't no joke. Now here's one big thing that I gotta say in this chapter. I've been meaning to make a discussion video. Sawyer 7 Mage made a discussion saying that he was gonna that Sabo was gonna team up with Rebecca and it's my man Bartolomeo in order to beat Jesus Burgess. Now I was gonna make a video to rebut that, but now that this chapter's out, it done threw a monkey wrench in my plan. I've been meaning to do it, but I've been wrapped up. I was sick. I was throwing. Then I had that fucking portion where I had to do my laundry, shit like that. I couldn't. It's like I couldn't get around to doing it. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that right now. I think, like I've been said before, I think that Sabo can go toe to toe with these motherfuckers. But here's the thing: Sabo did not know did not know Bartolomeo, and he did not know Rebecca. Obviously, that wasn't in his plan when he got into the tournament. You understand? So, the only other person we know that was with him at the time before this chapter was Koala. I don't think Koala's fucking with these dudes. So, in my mind, either he had a trap set with other people other than Bartolomeo and Rebecca, or what I think it was, which makes more sense to me, he was planning on fighting them himself. You understand? Because he didn't know Bartolomeo was going to be there. He didn't know that he was going to be on this side at any point. He didn't know Rebecca. He didn't know Rebecca was going to be on the side. Obviously, he was going in there to fight them himself. And that's what he's doing right now. And it looks like he's able to go toe-to-toe with my man Diamante. Broke his sword. You understand? So, Sabo is on another level. Do I think he could beat Luffy? My thing was, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, well, if he was able to, he was stronger than Luffy at some point in time. Obviously, that was back when they were weak. But I was thinking that maybe he should, being that he's Luffy's brother and he's been training for so long and everything else like that, that he would be somewhere near Luffy's level. And I was thinking that Luffy can take Jesus at this point in time. I think it would be a tough fight, but I thought he'd be able to take him. So I was thinking that maybe Sabo would be able to take him. Looks as though I'm right. Anyway, Jesus Burgess, he gets into that stance. And they're like, uh-oh, here come another fucking people's elbow, right? And he gets ready. I think they call it Surge. That's his attack call. It's called Surge. And everybody in the stands is getting ready. They're clearing that shit out because they know that he might break through the stands. Anyway, he throws the elbow. Fucking Sabo goes at him, right? And he throws what's called the Dragon Talons. And he has his hands set up like Dragon Talons. And he shoots that shit out with Harden and Haki, right? And if you look, Jesus Burgess, he notices and he throws Haki into his attack. That's the big thing. I don't know if people notice that, but Jesus is using Haki and Sabo's using Haki, and he breaks his shit up. That's what threw me. I was like, oh damn, because Jesus threw Haki. He threw Harden and Haki into his attack, and Sabo still broke that shit up. Sabo ain't no joke, man. He tore that shit. That shit just fell apart. Sabo ain't no joke. He's something dead serious. And here's another great thing about this chapter, other than we seeing where Sabo's at and how far Sabo then came up, and that he can fight with these motherfuckers. And the tournament is getting good. And look, we see Bartolomeo. He's fanboy. He said, "Damn." He said, "This is a good thing because now I know that what I'm expecting is what I'm getting. He's getting his money's worth." But here's the big thing that also came with it. I said this in the chapter review before. Will people notice that that's not Luffy, being that obviously they're gonna be fighting different, and he's got a different weapon. You know, Luffy came in there with a sword, and on top of that, he was stretching and shit. You seen that. Now, my boy Diamante, they say he was a genius. He already sees it off the bat. He said, wait, his fighting style's a little bit off, or a lot off. He's using Haki the same way Luffy did, but he's using a pole. He's got a different fighting stance. He's using different attacks. Luffy uses his fist. He doesn't use these claws and talons, whatever type of fighting stance that is. He doesn't use that. Diamante knows that off the bat. He says, something ain't right. He said, that doesn't look like Luffy. You know what I'm saying? He's never seen Luffy before. He's seen him fight in the tournament. So obviously, he doesn't know exactly what Luffy looks like. So he's probably fooled by the disguise. But he could tell by the way he's fighting off the bat, that ain't him. So Diamante's on another level in terms of that. He knows what he's doing in terms of fighting. Anyway, we cut to the that little underground passage with the toys. And all the toys, they got the toys throwing. The toys are throwing 10-ton boxes. Oh, man. Doflamingo is a motherfucker. He got them throwing. Anyway, they reveal what's going on with the tentacles. You know, these big pipes coming down to the toy factory. They lead to that little scrap heap where they turn the people into toys. And they're all around the island. My boy Cavendish, he's gotten caught. And that dude, Treble, he brought him up to that room where they turn people into toys. So obviously they can return them into a toy. The little girl, we finally see her use her powers. She turns Cavendish into this little clown-looking toy, man. He looks funny as hell now. Turns him into that, and they reveal that wait, everybody forgot about him. Even Treble, he said, "I forgot about you just now" when he turned you into a toy. So everybody forget about. I don't know. Maybe the Devil Fruit user probably doesn't forget. But anyway, everybody forgets other than, or at least in my mind, other than her. They revealed that dude, what's his name? They have the toys there. What you call him? What's his name? Don Chinjiao's grandsons are there. You see that Fishman is there, and also what's his name? King. The Megaton Punch dude, the dude threw that damn punch. I forgot what his name was. He's there. They're toys. They reveal that the Fishman dude is with the Revolutionary Army, because he says Koala is waiting for my report. So he's in on it too. So maybe that was the dude obviously was with Sabo, because Sabo's with them. But maybe he was supposed to help him in the fight, but he got dusted off. So Sabo was going to have to fight them, point blank, period. Maybe he would have got a little bit of help from him. But anyway, their plan, the dwarf's plan was to put some kind of spicy ball or some shit like that. The girl Sugar, she always eat grapes. They disguise one of these damn spice balls as grapes, and when she eats it, hopefully that'll take out. Now, they use it on dwarfs. Now, I don't believe that their plan is going to work out as good as they believe it. First off, she sticks her hands in there as she eats. Maybe she's going to notice that her hand's burning or whatever, or it feels funny when she sticks her hand into it. Second, if she does eat it, she's way bigger than the dwarfs. They tested it out on dwarfs. They said 100 dwarfs lost consciousness, and 18 of them was on the verge of death. She's way bigger, so obviously it's going to play less of a role because it takes more to do more to a bigger body in terms of medicine. So I'm thinking that that's going to apply with this also. So I don't think she might get close to passing out. It might, and plus she's small. She's not that big, so I think it's going to play a role, but it's not going to be as big as they think it is. They still going to have to take her out. But they got to sneak that into her food in order to weaken her, so that way they can be able to take her out quick. And once they take her out, all the toys are gonna turn back normal and they'll get their memory back. I don't know if Soldier's gonna get his leg back though. Let me hurry up and get to this comment section so I can see what you guys are saying. I don't know if Soldier's gonna get his leg back though. That's one thing about it though. So Sabo going in. Yup, flex. He was flexing on him. That's right. I don't know if Luffy could beat Jesus that easily. That's just my. Like I said, I don't think that Luffy's gonna beat him easily, but I think Luffy could beat him. Sabo also blitzed from the fighter fish. He also blitzed from the fighter fish to the ring where Jesus was. I don't know if that was part of his attack or just his speed. A lot of people got speed like that. I don't know if that was, but we gotta wait a little while to see if his speed is really that quick. You understand? Because a lot of people move fast in One Piece, and you gotta see them actually somebody either comment on it or see somebody else that's fast fight against them in order to really know what's going on. This chapter, like I said, they didn't really conclude anything, so I'm not gonna give it, a 5, anything like that, 4.5. I'm gonna go ahead and say 4 because even though they didn't have any conclusion, they brought up a lot of good shit. They revealed the dude power. But that didn't really go anywhere, so because we didn't really see a fight. But the main things was the Fishman revealed that he was part of the Revolutionary Army. Sabo can go toe to toe with these motherfuckers, and like I said, he used hardening Haki, and so did my man. So did my man Jesus, and he still broke through that shit. So we see how strong he is, and we got the plan for them to take him out. I also like the thing they did with Diamante. Diamante was able to discern what was going on in that fight like that. So we got more tacticians in terms of fighting. And this is basically a good transitional chapter because we really, like I said, it didn't really tie anything together, but we're moving. Start the review over. I just got here joking. You think Sabo might be stronger? I don't think he's stronger than Luffy. I don't think he's stronger than Luffy because Luffy's goal when he first left the island was to become stronger than Ace and Sabo. Ace was still stronger than Luffy back at that point. I'm guessing Sabo still was stronger than him at that point. Sabo then came up. Looked like Sabo might have been I'm almost certain that Sabo's stronger than Ace was right now. But it looks like he might have been stronger than him back then. Because Sabo then came the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? But I don't think he's stronger than Luffy because Luffy's whole goal was to become stronger than them when he left that island. And on top of that, he's been through all that different training. He's got Conqueror's Haki. He's the main character. I don't think they're going to take that away from Luffy. You understand? So, but at the same time, I think they're going to make Sabo very, very close. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. Fuck the dumb shit. Like the video and subscribe. Anime and manga means more. Fucking up elbows with, hardening Haki and everything else. Peace.